think Sid would go out with me?
No, I don't at all.
You know what I think it is? I think it's her father.
Why can't they find her pops, man?
Because he's probably dead. Eyes gouged out, fingers cut off, teeth knocked out. See, the police are always off track with this shit. If they'd watch prom night, they'd save time. Everybody's a suspect! Billy. How do we know you're not the killer? Huh? Huh? You're absolutely right. I'm the first to admit it. If this were a scary movie, I'd be the prime suspect.
That's right. And what would be your motive?
It's the millennium.
Millennium? Millennium, I like that. That's good. It's the millennium. Good kid.
What is up, my friends? Hope you guys are having a great week so far. So, Scream 6 is upon us. We've got a little over 2 weeks left. 2 weeks from Friday, to be exact. So beginning this week, I am going to give you guys my thoughts on the Scream franchise for each entry. And then once I give you my thoughts on Scream 6 after I've seen it, I will also do a Scream franchise ranking, which will be on my other channel, my movie ranking channel that's available for you. I'll tag that for you guys. So today I'm going to talk about the original Scream, my thoughts on that. The Scream franchise, there's no doubt the Scream franchise is actually a pretty consistent franchise. There's no bad movie in this franchise. There is one that's weaker of the five, but I think that one's kind of divisive among fans. But anyway, beginning with the original. So, directed by Wes Craven. The original Scream, released in 1996, features an ensemble cast of talented actors, which include Neve Campbell, Courtney Cox, David Arquette, and you also have an ensemble of young actors that kind of got their start with this movie as far as breakout performances, which include like Jamie Kennedy, Matthew Lillard, Rose McGowan, Skeet Ulrich, who also appeared with Neve Campbell in The Craft. Basically, to kick off the franchise, you have this Neve Campbell plays Sidney Prescott, who's trying to get over or dealing with her the death of her mother, which occurred a year earlier, and she soon finds herself being terrorized by the Ghostface killer. And no one knows this is Ghostface killer. And while being chased by being stalked by this killer, Courtney Cox plays a TV newswoman who is investigating and tries to find out who the killer might be. Also teaming up with the town's local deputy Dewey Riley, played by David Arquette. They're trying to investigate who this killer might be and who is responsible for these murders that are occurring in the town of Woodsboro. So, what I love about the original Scream, honestly, is it's no doubt that it is the best of the franchise. Obviously, Wes Craven took what Scream was basically a reinvigoration of the slasher genre and put a kind of a clever spin on it, because they threw in the kind of meta humor and comedic commentary on horror films, because it knows what it is, but it's not in a campy way. It knows when to be funny, and it knows when to be serious, and it really balances out really well. It really does. Performances in this movie are top notch. Neve Campbell, this is like I said, this is our breakout performance. She is terrific as Sidney Prescott. You also got Skeet Ulrich, who plays her boyfriend. He's he's dealing with the fact that his girlfriend thinks that he may be the killer, and he's been trying to get closer to her, for a very specific reason. Like I said, and we all those of us that have seen it kind of know where it all leads to. Matthew Lillard is great in this as well. This is like I said, this is another breakout performance that he really kind of busts into the scene here, and he is terrific as Stu, one of Sidney's classmates. I think one of the biggest highlights of the movie as well is the chemistry between Courtney Cox's Gail Weathers and David Arquette's Dewey Riley. They have some really good chemistry here when they get together and try to investigate and try to figure out who this guy is, who it may be, and their chemistry is really well, and it really that chemistry carries over very good as the sequels come. But yeah, Scream. I mean, and then of course let's talk about Drew Barrymore. She is probably her opening scene, which is the opening kill, is probably the most notable and the best opening kill in the franchise, arguably. I know the cover art, has her as one of the main characters in the movie, and it's an interesting twist how they have her, killed off within the first, 10-15 minutes of the movie. And that's kind of how it is as most of the sequels, too. They have, Jada Pinkett, she's one of the opening kills in Scream 2. Lee Schreiber's Cotton Weary, he's the opening kill, allegedly, in Scream 3, and so on and so forth. But yeah, I mean, Scream, it's a classic. I mean, it's a bona fide classic. One of the best horror films of the 90s. Like I said, it reinvigorates the slasher genre, and it does kind of what Halloween did back in '78. Halloween kind of became the staple of of slasher movies in the late '70s, and it's probably one of the most definitive slasher movies of the '70s. And Scream is one of the most definitive slasher movies of the 90s. But yeah, great cast. Spawned a entire franchise of sequels that's still going on, and I think it's probably one of the best horror franchises. One of the best horror films that kickstarted one of the best horror franchises in cinema. But yeah, that's my thoughts on Scream. I love Scream. It's terrific. I can't wait to talk about Scream 2 in a later video. But yeah, that's my thoughts on Scream. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I love you guys. You guys are the greatest. Keep a lookout for my Scream 2 review. I love you guys. You guys are the greatest. And I will see you in the next one.